The meeting of the Michigan Board of State Canvassers for June 5th is called to order. Good morning. We have a short agenda today. I'm going to open the meeting with public comment. And I understand we have Mr. Gallant holding, is that correct?
Yes.
Mr. Gallant, are you there?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, sir. It's good to have you back. Would you go ahead and give your public comments? You have 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yes, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much. James Gallant, Marquette County Suicide Prevention Coalition. These are my opinions. And now, where did you get the 2 minutes from on this public comment? You were given 3 minutes and 5 minutes to other people. Supposed to be equal protection under the law. Now, I gave a written comment. In my written comment, I'm asking you as the chair, which is now your position, is to refer the issue of the rules of procedure to the attorney. That would be Mr. Fracassi, in my opinion, but whoever that is, to them for a written legal opinion, because you literally implemented Marxist-style communism with the efforts of Mr. Fracassi and Mr. Brader when you accepted a proposal from the attorney. It was then amended unilaterally by the vice chair, and then you made a motion. After you said clearly out loud, you said, well, I'm trying to figure if the board is going to entertain a motion. Well, the board under the Constitution cannot entertain a motion. You're the chair. Please refer this to the attorney. And now this is Marxist-style communism. This is the exact opposite of the Constitution. Mike Brady, the Director of Legal Services, Michigan Department of State, said public bodies, when instructing Secretary of State, public bodies have to follow Robert's Rules of Order. The motion second brings the business. That's page 366, line 8. Now, your attorney is not properly instructing you in real time. You made all the decisions by winks and nods over top of the table, which I believe is an Open Meetings Act violation, and then you had no discussion after. Now, please just refer this, or the members, and let the members do it by unanimous consent, and let the members vote not to refer it to the attorney, because you're the one that's going to be dangling out there practicing law, because you have no attorney. You're just doing winks and nods with an attorney, but that's hearsay. Get the written legal opinion, please, for the people of the state of Michigan, because this is bad. This is real bad. And you, the Republican Party, is being implicated because you're representing the Republican Party here. And then here comes the vice. Are you giving me more minutes, or are you I don't know. I had stuff come up here, Mr. Chair, and I don't know how there's the word discretion is not included in the rules of procedure, yet it's the discussion of the chair. Where did that come from? That is you. That is you unilaterally overstepping your authority and bullying everybody, hearing no objections. You just do whatever you want without any consideration for the Constitution and the rule of law and your oath of office to follow the Constitution. There are fundamental principles of parliamentary law under the Constitution, and it was determined by Mike Brady, Director of Legal Services of the Michigan Department of State, on September 17th, 2020, at the Michigan Independent Citizens Redistricting Commission.
Mr. Gallant,
yeah.
Let me pause you there for a second. Your time is up.
Please. What do you mean my time is up?
Mr. Gallant, your time is up, but I would like to thank you for joining us again. You always bring insightful things for us to discuss and to think about, and we will take under advisement what you've said. And I hope summer in the UP is fabulous, and we look forward to hearing from you maybe in July or August. Thank you, sir. There are no more public comments. I have you folks who are here for the petition, but I know we're going to get to that one in a sec. So before we go to that one, I would ask for a consideration of the meeting minutes for the May 28th, 2026 meeting.
So moved.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor? Aye. Moving on to item 3, the consideration of the sufficiency of the recall petition submitted by Brenda DeKuyper against Noel Mogenberg and the reasons for the recall that are printed on the petition. Director Brader, will you read those to the room?
Yes, the reasons for recall printed on the petition are the people of the state of Michigan v. Taylor Simons, Nicole Mogenberg failed to initiate proper investigative measures regarding a sexually transmitted disease present in a 4-year-old female victim on June 3rd, 2025. Noel Mogenberg failed to request complete sexually transmitted infection testing of the defendant on July 3rd, 2025. Noel Mogenberg failed to consult with the victim regarding a plea on June 13th, 2025. Noel Mogenberg entered into a plea deal of 0 to 9 months for assault with intent to commit sexual penetration, dropping 2 charges of criminal sexual conduct to victim under 13 on June 13th, 2025. Noel Mogenberg failed to initiate proper investigative measures regarding allegations made by 4-year-old sexual assault victim reporting sexual videos made by a convicted sex offender on August 25th, 2025. The people of the state of Michigan v. Nicholas Schramm, Noel Mogenberg failed to use appropriate investigative measures in a deadly crash prior to entering into a plea on March 20th, 2025. Noel Mogenberg failed to consult with the victim's family regarding a plea on March 20th, 2025. Noel Mogenberg agreed to a plea of 2 counts of reckless driving causing serious impairment of a body function, dropping 1 count of reckless driving causing death on March 20th, 2025.
Thank you, sir. I have Mrs. D. Kuiper and Ms. Flowers. Do you have a particular order you would like to go in? I need to turn the mic on, and like last week, I'm going to swear you in as you are not attorneys, but you are in fact giving testimony on this. That being said, I'm going to swear you in, and then I want you to give your name and spell it after we do this. So if you'd raise your right hand, you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do. My name is Andrea Flowers, ANDREA FLOWERS.
And you have 5 minutes.
Thank you. Again, thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak in front of you folks again. I'm assuming that you all have had an opportunity to look at the corrections that were made. I brought my notes from last meeting regarding what you were asking for as far as clarification, and I believe that that in putting the people versus the state of, or the people of the state of Michigan versus Taylor Simons and Nicholas Schramm outlines those cases specifically to provide that clarification. I also made the changes in regards to the concerns about the words failed to do something. We made some changes there, actually. Actually, my daughter had texted me those words because I had hit a wall when I left here last time. So she actually did that work, but I believe that, you know, putting in that language really kind of identifies whose responsibility it was to pursue further investigation into those incidents. Do any of you have any questions?
I don't, just a comment that it is helpful what you added,
Okay.
because now, and again, I mean, what I was, balancing is I'm sure up in Traverse County, everyone knows about this. For me, I didn't. So it was an issue of clarity. And I think, having the name of the case and the year, clarified that. So
Great.
thank you.
Any,
You have any comments?
No.
Mr. Cordes?
No, I don't have any.
all right, so I have 60 of these that have arrived at my house. We are ready to take these action steps, so I'm hoping that you folks can find what you need in here and give us the permission to go ahead and do that. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mrs. De Kuiper. We're going to do the same routine. There you go. If you raise your right hand, you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do. Brenda De Kuiper, BRENDA DE Kuiper.
Thank you, and you have 5 minutes.
Okay, gonna make it short and sweet. Sorry, for you having to come in for this on such a beautiful day. We appreciate sincerely you doing it though. You had asked me at the last meeting if there were any articles in the newspaper that allows people to know about Sam's case. And I think I sent you a few articles, that yes, there were in fact a lot of articles, for the people to be aware of what this case was all about. So I just wanted to make sure you had received those and clarification that, yes, people know about the case because of the articles. And actually, there should be another article coming out this week on Sam and the project he was working on at work, because it came out and they named it after him. It is the SAM, and it's a robotic thing that will be used during surgeries for spinal surgeries. And another big medical company was working on the robotics, and Sam worked on the attachments for this, and it will be life-saving changes and stuff for people in spinal surgeries. So, and that article on that and what Sam had to do with it should be in this week's paper. So, another article dealing with Sam and what he meant to the community. So, do any of you have any further questions for me?
Questions?
Just a comment. It must be gratifying for you that he has been able to make this continuing contribution.
It's a blessing, and it's
Right.
it's hard to fathom, because we always knew he was a good kid, but we had no idea the impact he had on so many in the community, and what he will continue to impact and how many he will continue to impact because of the person that he was to others. So it's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
What I looked up your son after our meeting last time. And beautiful tributes and beautiful story.
He was a wonderful young man, and you go, okay, what could he have done with another 50 years? The impact he could have had. But God had other plans. So we're hoping that, thinking because he continues to put people in front of us as far as for continuing what we are doing here, asking him, okay, if this is what we're supposed to do with this, then continue to open the doors, and that has continued to happen. So as long as he continues to open the doors, we will continue to move forward so other families don't have to suffer what we have. So
Thank you for your time this morning.
thank you. I appreciate your time. And again, sorry
Thank
to
you.
bring you in on
No.
such a beautiful day. Thank you.
You had a long drive too.
Do we have a comment? Is there discussion between us? Anybody? If there's not, I would entertain a motion.
I move that the Board of State Canvassers determine that the reasons for recall printed on the petition submitted by Brenda Kuiper against Grand Traverse County Prosecuting Attorney Noel Mogenberg on June 5th, 2026 are factual and sufficiently clear because they set forth decisions made by the Traverse County prosecutor in 2 cases and the basis for contending that those decisions were wrong.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
You know, let me just ask a question about the date. This says on May 22nd, but is that the correct date for the submission of the
Oh, right.
petition? I changed it to today's date, but I'm not sure if that was correct.
Just for the record, it was submitted, sorry. Yes, May 22nd is the date of sign.
I changed my motion to say on May 22nd, 2026, instead of June 5th.
Support.
Are we re-voting on this?
I
Or are we simply,
Can I just ask a quick, sorry, our meeting was the 28th, so we go from the,
So this was first heard on the 21st, the meeting on the 21st.
oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no, all good. And then the next day they submitted the paper copy.
am I correct here that we are doing a second vote? Or is this simply a modification of the record? How are we doing this? Somebody,
Okay, I'll start again. I move that the Board of State Canvassers determine that the reasons for recall printed on the petition submitted by Brenda DeKuyper against Grand Traverse County Prosecuting Attorney Noel Mogenberg on May 22nd, 2026 are factual and sufficiently clear because they set forth decisions made by the Traverse County Prosecutor in 2 specific cases and the basis for contending that those decisions were wrong.
Second.
it has been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. You have your petition. Before we dismiss this one, can I just add one comment from the board? Please, before you print those petitions and before you go out and gather signatures, will you take the time to download our manuals on gathering signatures on petitions? They're on the website. If you don't know where they are, Jessica would be happy to give you the link before you leave. Read them and have your signature gatherers read them as well.
So for purposes of what Mr. Kuiper's talking about is at the top and where it says in the county of, for the office of, it's handwritten in. For purposes of approval that in circulation, it doesn't matter if it's typed or handwritten. If it's typed, there are specific font size requirements. So I would just note that and that those are in the manual as well. But it does not for purposes of approval and certification, whether that's typed or handwritten, doesn't matter.
As you're going through this process, if you have questions, reach out to the Bureau. They're there to answer your questions and they're really happy to help. But if you're gonna have questions and you're gonna have issues, the time to resolve those is before you start gathering signatures, not when you submit them. Okay? We hope this helps you in some way. And thank you. Um, are you folks here just to observe us? Well, we love having audience. I just was curious, I didn't see a slip from you, so I thought maybe you had something to show us, but you're working on that, right? Um, with that, I'm sorry? We are going to hear from our attorney, I'm hoping.
So we had a flurry of litigation over the last 10 days or so. There is only one outstanding case against the board. And that is Mr. Rebant versus, I think everybody, the board and Secretary and Bureau. So we did get an order yesterday that I shared with you that the Court of Appeals denied relief, but he did file an application for leave to appeal with the Michigan Supreme Court. So that is technically pending. It seems unlikely that we would hear anything today, but early next week. It's also unlikely they'll wait for Mr. Grilleride to file anything. They'll just do it on the records.
Do you have a response due to the application for leave?
It would be unless they give us an expedited, really ask for one. Typically in these really urgent ones, they go on the record, but if they communicate to us that they would like something right away, you know, we would do it. But it depends on whether the court asks us. Otherwise, the court rules would apply, which would be, I think, 28 days.
Questions? I would like to add a comment. We don't always get a chance to tell you, Heather and Eric, how much we appreciate you. And we don't get a lot of chance to tell the people of Michigan what a fabulous job you have done in representing this board. But you know, this week was an example of just outstanding, not only focusing on the issue, but the time over the weekend and the time at night. I saw the timestamp on a couple of your emails. And you know, we have an enormous amount of appreciation for you and for the work that you're doing, the work you've done. And so thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I said it off the record, but I think it's important that you said it on the record and I.
We need to have it on the
Right.
record. Yeah. I would have, brought some music for you, but yeah. Is there anything else before this board today? In that case,